Today we are mixing up a recipe that is fantastic. It looks wonderful, it tastes wonderful, and it is just going to build your confidence in cooking. Hi, I'm Melissa Diane, and today we are mixing up a lasagna, but there's a twist. This lasagna has homemade noodles. We're going to make the noodles today. Now don't run away screaming. I promise you, this is not hard. You're going to enjoy doing it, and you're going to love how it tastes. The first thing you want to do before we mix up our noodles is you want to get yourself a cookie sheet. This is just a regular, good size, large cookie sheet actually. Get you some parchment paper, cut a piece to fit into the bottom of this cookie sheet. This is where we're going to lay out our mixture for the noodles. So for your noodles, we're going to take 4 ounces or half a block of cream cheese, put that in here, and we're going to be using a hand mixer for this. And we're going to go ahead now, we've got 2 eggs, so we got our 2 eggs, and we got our cream cheese. And we're just going to put this on low and go ahead and get this part mixed up. Once you've got your cream cheese and your eggs mixed together, now make sure you let that cream cheese kind of get to warm temperature before you mix it. We're going to take 1/4 cup of some Parmesan. It's 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan is what that was. And now we're going to take 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese. There we go. We're going to get this mixed. All right, now for the seasonings. We're going to take a little bit of onion powder, and we're going to put this all across the top. And what you're going to find is these noodles, oh my gosh, y'all, they just have so much flavor. And usually in a lasagna, you've got your noodles, right? But you don't have all that much flavor. Lasagna noodles are there in most recipes for texture, but they don't have a lot of flavor. These are going to have so much flavor. Put some garlic powder across the top, and then some Italian seasoning. I'll just make it across the top. There we go. Then we're going to mix this up. Now you're going to take your cookie sheet, and I'm going to get a little bit of a smaller spatula. This one's a little bit smaller. And what we're going to do is we're just going to take this mixture, y'all, and we're just going to put it here on this cookie sheet. And I just take it. I start in the middle of the cookie sheet, and I'll tilt it in a second so you can see it. And I'm just going to spread it out. I'm just going to spread this out. We're going to make like a rectangle out of this. And then once we have done this, we take it and we're going to put it in the refrigerator. You can do this the night before if you want to. Usually I just put it in the refrigerator and let it sit for about 20 or 30 minutes while I'm doing something else. Or maybe while I'm working on the meat sauce. And you can do a double recipe if you want to do that. I've done that before. I've done like a double recipe. So it just kind of depends on how big your container is that you're going to be putting this in. Sometimes if I'm going to put this like in a 9 by 13, I might make it a little, like I said, I might double it up a little bit. But for this recipe today, let me show you. I'm going to be putting it in this. I'm going to be putting it in a square. This is about a 9 by 9 because I want to fix it. I can cook in this just fine, and then I can put this over and seal it, and then I can wrap it up and I can put it in the freezer. And that's what I'm going to do because we got some company coming in, and I want to have this in a few days, but I don't want to have to cook it then. So I'm going to cook it ahead of time and then freeze it, and this does fantastic for that. When you thaw it out, it's great. You can either cook it and freeze it, or you can just put it together and freeze it and then cook it. I'm going to go ahead and cook it. So then all I have to really do is just warm it up. Looky here. See what we got? It just looks like a big blob, I know right now. I just kind of I spread it out. I don't want it to be too thin. You don't want to have any holes where you can see the parchment paper through it. But you don't want it all real super thick either. So you just spread and spread. Because what you're going to do after we're going to put this in the oven, and then we'll take it out, and when you put it in the oven, it is going to spread a little. So if you have some little bitty gaps, that's okay. Then after it cools, like I said, we're going to put it in the refrigerator after it cools. Okay. And that way it really sets it real good. You definitely, when you're doing this, you want to use a spatula on your bowl so that you do get, sometimes it doesn't matter, but for this recipe, you want to get every little bit that you can. And I try to get it into as much as a rectangle as I can. I may not get it exactly, but I try to, because once after you cook it and then you put it in the refrigerator to set, then you're going to be using, I use a pizza cutter to slice up my noodles. And these things taste fantastic. After you do this, you're not going to want to make a lasagna with your regular types of noodles ever again. And when you tell people, oh, I made my noodles, they think, oh my gosh, she must be an incredible cook. They don't realize how easy it is. Okay, so now we're going to take this, just like this, and we're going to go put it in the oven. So while that's in the oven, I'm going to do some cleaning up, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Okay, so looky here. I took this out. It was only in the oven about 11 minutes. But y'all, that's how you want it to look. You don't want it to be real dark, okay? It's dark around the edges. And then it's all kind of nice and a pale yellow in the middle. We're going to let this cool for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to put it in the refrigerator. Our noodles are in the refrigerator, and now what we're going to do is we're going to fix up our meat sauce for the lasagna. So we're going to head back here to the stovetop where we've got our ground beef, and these are the other items that we're going to be using. We're going to be using some shredded mozzarella and some shredded sharp cheddar, and we've got some marinara sauce. And this marinara sauce that I'm going to use today, it's called, let me get it here for you. It's a 3-cheese creamy marinara, and I'll put a link for you for this because this is actually a low carb marinara sauce. It's really, really good. And then we've got some seasonings here, so let's go ahead and let's head to the stovetop. So the first thing I'm going to do, I am going to put a little bit of oil in here. Just around this, just a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and we're just going to be browning this ground beef right here. So we're going to get it all browned and cooked up, and then we'll be adding everything else. And y'all, this meat sauce is so good. There is so much flavor in this, and it's not hard. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add in our marinara sauce. And this is it's called I think it's a 3-cheese. It's a cheesy marinara sauce. So that's why it's not bright red. We're going to put in some shredded mozzarella. And this is 1.5 cups. Some shredded mozzarella to go in our meat sauce. Oh, y'all, this smells really good. So, y'all, this is not difficult at all. You just put everything in here and you mix it up. Okay. So now we got a couple more things to add. I'm going to put in there some ricotta cheese. And I don't use ricotta a lot. This is really, I think, just about the only recipe that I use this. But there were 6 tablespoons. And for a lot of this, I don't measure it exactly. For most of it, I don't. But when it comes to this, I usually do. For this part, I put about 6 tablespoons of this in here. And this is, y'all, this tastes so good in this recipe. So now I have got my 6 tablespoons of ricotta. I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. We're going to mix this all together. And then I'm going to put in some seasonings. First thing I'm going to put in is some minced onion. Let me open up the other side of this. There we go. And for all of these, I just go basically just all across the top. Now we're going to put in some onion powder and a little bit of garlic powder. And I'm going to put all across the top some Italian herbs. There we go. This is another good recipe that's really good if you have an herb garden. I have an herb garden, and right now it's end of February, So the only thing I really have out there is my rosemary. And my other herbs will be popping up soon. All right, so this is all mixed together. So now what we need to do is let's go get our noodles. So we have got our noodles, we have got our meat sauce here. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, and you'll see how easy this just comes off the parchment paper. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut this into strips. And that's gonna be our noodles. And you may think, well, that's kind of weird, but y'all, it tastes wonderful. So just trust me on this. So let me turn it this way, I think. Okay, and I'm just trying to get an idea of how long this is. Okay, so there we go. So I know it's about halfway through. Okay, so I'm gonna take my pizza cutter. I'm gonna cut it straight across. Most of the time, I will put this in a 9 by 13 dish. But like I explained earlier, I'm gonna be freezing this, so I'm gonna put it in here. And then let's see, as far as, it fits almost perfectly that way. So I'm just gonna put 3 noodles, 3 fat noodles, okay? There we go. There we go. So these are gonna be ready. And I think up here, I'll do the same thing. Cut it straight across and straight down. So we're going to end up with 6 noodles. Now, the very bottom here, what I'm going to do, let me get my spoon. Okay, I got my spoon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some meat sauce on the very bottom here. I like to just put a thin layer of meat sauce. I just kind of spread it really, really thin on the very bottom. Just kind of put it all over. And that way it just gives those noodles something to sit on. Just a little bit. There we go. I think that'll be plenty. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a noodle. So here we go. And I'm just going to cover the bottom of this in noodles. And I'll show you what that looks like. Let's see. Here we go. It's a little fat. Okay, so we just got noodles in the bottom, and then I'm going to take this and put it along the edge. Here we go. So there we go. Now what I'm going to do, let me move this up a little bit. I'm going to take our meat sauce and just cover this. And the first time I ever made this, and I've done it with this cheese marinara, and I've done it with just regular marinara sauce. And the first time I made this, I didn't tell Jay that I had put these noodles in here, and he ate it, and he's like, oh my gosh, this is so good, and on and on. And then I explained to him, and he's like, there's no way. And I said, yeah, that's exactly what I did. I'm going to take just a little bit of sharp cheddar cheese and just put here. So we've got one, there we go. We've got one layer. So if we look here, there we go. We've got one layer. And now I'm going to reach up here and get my noodles, these fat noodles. Okay. There we go. And then this one's just a little fat. So we're going to take this little guy, put him right there. And then this little one, we're going to make him real skinny and just kind of line the edges. There we go. And then we're going to take the rest of this. Let me move the spoon over here. We're going to just take the rest of this and pour on the top. And then I'm going to take just a little extra sauce. Get my little spoon. So I want just a little bit more. Just a little extra sauce that I had in here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this along the edges, because we're going to put this in the oven. And it's going to go for about 20 minutes on 375. We are going to take our Sharp cheddar cheese. You can use all types of cheese. I really like this sharp cheddar. It's a tongue twister. And I like to shred my own cheese. You don't have to do that for this recipe. You can get your shredded cheese. But if you have any questions about that, let me know in the comments and I can send you back some info on it. But I've been shredding my own cheese for a while. It doesn't take very long to do it. It's really simple. And y'all, everything cooks better. I think it tastes better. I can't always do that, but when I can, I like to. Okay, so we're going to put this just all over the top. And then I'm going to meet you over at the oven. But real quick, before we go, let me show you. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? It turned out so pretty, and y'all, it's going to taste so good. Here we are, and we're going to put this in now. It's on 375. We're going to put this in here for about 20 minutes, and now we're going to check on it. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at this. I just took it out of this cheese. Oh, this cheese looks so yummy. So now let's give this a quick taste. Okay, so I got a little bit here. So here we go. I'm going to try it. Oh my goodness. This is to die for. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. Please, please, please make this recipe. Let me know what you think, and I will see you on that next video that's popping up. Bye-bye.